Welcome to this channel. Here we are going to be working on this WAEC question 3 um, this year, and here we have that figure 2 shows two views of a cube side 40, and we're asked to draw full size the given views. That's question A. Question B, first auxiliary plan, and question C, second auxiliary elevation. Okay, so looking at the views that we are given, so this is XY line, okay, so and then we are told that the base here from this XY line is 5 millimeters, and here also from the XY line is also 5 millimeters. Okay, so here we have the plane X1 Y1 on which the first auxiliary plan will be drawn, and it is inclined at an angle 45 degrees to the horizontal. So let's see how we can work this out. So we have to draw the given views first as we are instructed. So we are going to draw the XY line first. So we draw the XY line. So here is the XY line. So we need to label it. So this is point X or end X, and this is end Y here. So what we are going to do here right now is that we are going to take a measurement of 40 millimeters. So from this point to this point is 40 millimeters. So at this point here, I'm going to draw a vertical line. So I'm going to draw a vertical line here. So here we have this vertical line. So at this point here, I will draw a vertical line like this, and then coming to this point, I will also draw a vertical line like this. So I'm going to take a measurement of 5 millimeters up here. So this is 5 millimeters. Okay, then I will take 40. So this is 40 millimeters here, and then coming down here, I will also take 5 millimeters down. So this is 5 millimeters, and then so from here I will take 40, okay, this 5 millimeters. Okay, so from this point, this is 5 millimeters. All right, so from this point now, I will now take 40 millimeters down. This is 40 millimeters. So I'm going to complete this as the square face of the cube. Okay, so this is the square face of the cube as it is positioned. So and then here also I will draw horizontal line, and then at this point I'm going to draw horizontal line. So here we have this horizontal line. So I'm going to number the points here. I'm going to number the points here. So the point that I'm going to number here, I'm looking at this object as a solid, as a cube. So my labeling, it will go this way. So if I have a cube, so this is the cube that I sketch. Okay, so I made this sketch of a cube, and then so according to my numbering, I have this one to be 0.1, this is 0.2, so here is 0.3, this is 0.4, I have this with 5, 6, and this is 7 and 8. Okay, so in my numbering here, okay, so I'm going to number according to what I have here. So I've numbered this according to what I have here. So this point will be 0.1, 2, okay? This 0.1, 2, and this point is 3, 4, and then this is what we have, this to be 5. Okay, so 6, and this is 7, 8. So we have this point. Okay, so then in the plan, so for what I have here in the plan, when I'm looking at it from the top down, okay, so I'm going to my number. Okay, so don't let me number, just leave it for now. Okay, so let's draw the plane. So the XY line. So let's draw the XY line. So that distance, the distance of this XY line from here is not given. So X1, Y1 is not given, but what we just have to do is that we are going to draw it. So making use of 45 degree set square. So I need to get my 45 degree set square. So all right, so I have it here. So I'll move away. So from this point, I'll move away from here, and I'm going to draw the XY line. Okay, so X1, Y1 line. So the line, this is the line. So I'm going to draw it like this. So this is x1 y1. So this is here we have this to be x1. Okay, so and this is y1 here. So we have this. Then the next thing that we are going to do is that it's inclined at an angle 45. So let us put it there. So showing that it is inclined at 45 degrees. So I'll just come here and then so draw this line like this, and then so here I'm going to make an arc like this, and then I will write 45 so degree here. So it's important we show it. Okay, so let's see what we are to do now. So to draw the first auxiliary plan, as the question says, we have drawn the given views. We want to draw the first auxiliary plan. So we have to draw a line from each of the points of the front elevation. Whenever you have to draw an auxiliary plan, you have to project lines from each point that we have on the front elevation onto this line, and those lines should be at a right angle. So to get that done, so this line x1 y1 is at angle 45 degrees, so I will use 45 because 45 plus 45 will give me 90. So I'm going to use 45 degrees set square to produce the line. So starting from this point here, okay, so starting from this point, so we have this. So I'm going to draw a line from this point here. I will draw a line from here. So it goes like this. Okay, so we have this. Then I'll come to this point here. At this point, so I will draw this line like this. Okay, and then so coming to this point, here, so I'm going to draw a line from here in this direction, and then we come to this point, so we also draw a line from here in this direction. All right, so with what we have here, so what happened to this line? Okay, so this is the one I projected from here, and from up here, so we draw this line. Okay, so line. Okay, so we already have it. Okay, so what we are to do now to complete the first auxiliary plan, so we are going to take the measurement of the length from here to which is 40. Just come here and take a measurement of 40 millimeters. So this is 40 millimeters. So and then so with 45 degrees set square, we connect these 2 points together, so making it a thick line. So I'll connect these 2 points together like this. Okay, then also make this line, make the thick line from here to here, and this line, this is the top, so we are going to see the whole of this top surface. So we make this line a thick line, so from here to here. Okay, we have this, and this line also, so we make it a thick line from here to here. All right, so and then so this particular line here, we also make this a thick line from here to here. The line at this point, I can't see it, is hidden from me, so I'm going to make it short dashes line. So here we have it like this. Okay, it has to be a short dashes line, so we have it here like this. All right, so then so this is the auxiliary plan, the first auxiliary plan as we are asked to produce it. This is question B, the first auxiliary plan that we are asked to draw. Now let's go and work on the second auxiliary elevation. So I'm going to do the numbering here. So in my numbering, so this will be so I'm having this point to be 0.1, and this is 0.2. So this point here is 0.3, and this is 4. Okay, so and I'm having this point, this is 0.5, and here is 0.6 here. Then I'm having this to be 7, and here is 8. So we have this now. All right, so let's look at how we can draw auxiliary second auxiliary elevation. So what we are to do is that we are going to project line from each of these points at an angle. We project line from each of these points at an angle. So in this case, so I'm not going to make use of the 45 degrees set square. So let's make use of this angle. So let's see this angle. So let's make use of this 30. So we project a line. So okay, so project a line in this direction like this, and then we come to this point. We have 2 points here, so projecting a line in this direction, and then we have a point here projecting a line in this direction. So I'll come to this point here, so this particular point 2, and I'll also project a line in this direction. So coming to this point 7 here, so draw a line in this direction. I will come to this point. We have 2 points here, so one is for 5 and one is for 3. Draw a line in this direction. So coming here, I'll draw a line like this, and then coming here at point 1, I will draw a line in this direction. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is that, so I will use my 60-degree side, okay, to draw a line x2 y2 like this. So this line is x2. So here we have this to be, so this is x2. So this is x2 y2. So x2 y2. We have it here like this. All right. So now, so we are now viewing the object. We are viewing it. So we are viewing it under here. So we are viewing it under here. So I'm standing here. So looking at the object in this direction. So I'm going to see a line at this point. So which is for line 5 and 6. So 5 and 6. So let's trace where we have 5 and 6. We have 5 here. So we have 5 here. We have 6 here. So we follow this line. So this point is point 5. So here we have 5 at this point here. Okay. Then at this point here, so following this, I have 6 at this point here. So we have that. Okay. All right. So then the next thing that we are going to do is that we need to locate point. We need to locate this point. This is 7 and 8. So this point 7 and 8. Okay. So how can we locate that? How can we locate 7 and 8? So 7 and 8, how are we going to locate that? So what we have to do in this case is that we are going to take the measurement of the side of the cube, so which is 40 millimeters with the compass here. Okay, so this is line 8. So I'll put the pin on the compass here at 6, make an arc here like this, and I'll put it at 5 here. So make an arc on 7. This is line 7. So we have this now. All right, so here we have this. So what we are going to do with this is that we are going to we need to make this line 5 6. So make it a thick line like this. Okay, then we connect this point together. So connect this point together like this. 5 6 and 8 together. We connect 5 and 7. So we connect them together like this. So we have this, and then we now connect 7 and 8 together. So this is 7 and 8. So this is point 7. Okay, so here is point 8 here. All right, so we have this. Now let's go for the next one. So let us locate that of 3 and 4. So 3 and 4. So 3 and 4. So where do we have 3 and 4? So we need to follow this line. So for 3 and 4, I'm going to take the compass. So this line, this is line 4. So 4 is here. So with the same 40, I make an arc here like this. And also with the same 40, putting it on 7, I make an arc here like this. So this is point 4. So this is point 4. Okay. So and this is point 3 here. So I'm going to connect them together. So connecting 8 and 4. So 8 and 4 goes like this. Okay. So and then I will connect. So 7 and 3. So that goes like this. So we have this now. Then I will connect this together. So it goes like this. All right, so we have this now. All right, so then the next thing that one that we are going to get is 1 and 2. Is 1 and 2. So for me to get 1 and 2, okay, I'm going to put the pin here at 5. So making an arc here like this. Okay, then I'll put this here at 6. Okay, so making an arc here. So this is the particular point. We have it here. So I'm going to connect this together. So this is point 1 and this is point 2. So it falls here. So I'm going to connect this together. So we connect this together like this. Okay, and then we also connect this way. So this is going to be short dashes line. So it will be short dashes line. It is hidden from us. It will be short dashes line to this point. Okay, so they can now connect 1 and 3 together like this. Connect 1 and 3 together. We have this. Okay, then I'm connecting 2 and 4 together. It will also be a short dashes line, so which goes like this. Okay, so we have what we have this point. Then connecting 1 and 2 together. So this line, so it will be a short dashes line, but it will cover what this has covered it. So but for this, we take it as short dashes line to 1. Okay, so this is the second auxiliary elevation that we asked to produce. As simple as I've done it here, all you have to do is to practice. So here we have the first auxiliary plan. Here we have the second auxiliary elevation. So it's as simple as I've done it. Practice it, and God will help you to understand it. God bless you.